Oh, hey. How you doing out there? Welcome to Guitars and Cars. I'm underneath a 2017 Kia Optima. You may have heard the rattling, clanky sound from earlier in the video. And now I'm on the bottom side of this engine, getting ready to drain the oil and drop the pan and hopefully take a look inside the bottom of the engine at what sort of carnage we're looking at. I'm guessing we're gonna be looking at least. Let me grab a towel. At the very least, some rod bearings. Hopefully that's the damage is limited to the bearings, and we can swap out the bearings and get back to business without replacing the crank or anything else. There we go. Now you can see me, right? All right, yeah, good. So yeah, apparently this car I bought it from a lady who, I guess, let her ex drive it, and he drove it into the ground. Didn't take care of it, didn't change the oil. Oil just came out of here as black as my soul. And 2.4 liter. They're known for throwing rod bearings anyway, so not a huge surprise that it's knocking, clanking, and making all kinds of racket. So hopefully we can get this thing back in running condition without too much of a hassle. I've been kind of putting this on the back burner because the lady, when I paid her for the car, she had to pay the bank, and now we're just waiting on the lien release and the title and all that. So you know, sometimes you got to be patient, but it's a decent car overall. Can use, once I get the engine running and get it back in, you know, mechanically in good shape, it should clean up the interior and all that. The guy was obviously a pig, and you know, didn't take care of the car, didn't clean the car. There was French fries and goo everywhere. But you know, that's one way to buy a cheap car, is to buy one with French fries and goo, because sometimes people make money just removing French fries and goo, because some people don't like to remove their own goo. They want somebody to remove it for them. So we do goo removal as well. Anyway, I'll let this drip, pull the pan, see what we're looking at. Catch you later. Okay, we're back. And we've got a couple of dozen screws out of this pan. We're down to the last one. And then we can try and pry this thing off, hopefully. Wow, that's stuck pretty good there. I was afraid it was going to come flying off, but I don't think I was in danger of that happening. Damn. Wow. Damn. I mean, it's just bending the pan. What the hell? Over here, but it should still be popping loose. God damn, dude. What the hell's holding this thing on? Got fucking 23 screws and what? Liquid nails? Jesus. All the screws are off. This thing isn't moving at all. They did not want that to leak. No doubt about that. Wow. Jeez, dude. I'm like bending the pan. Okay. Well, I'll come back when I figure out what the secret to this is. See ya. Alright, I think I cracked the code on the pan. Once you get it to go, seems like it'll continue to go. But I had to be pretty damn rude with it, to be honest with you. To the point of hopefully not damaging the pan, but we shall see. Let's see what we got in here. I don't know. Anything in the bottom of this? Surprisingly, nothing major. So that might be a good sign. Some sparklies. Not a huge surprise there. Hold on, let me get my strap on here. There, now I'm strapped. Yeah. Let me get my swirlies going. There's no chunks of metal. Actually, really surprised to see that. I thought there would be at least some chunks. So that's good. Hey, there's a dipstick. And looks like oil pump assembly. We're gonna have to remove some of this shit to get to the crank, which is, you can kind of you can see the rod end cap right there. But basically, once I pull this assembly down, I'll be able to see more what's up, and then we'll go from there. Cool. Later. All right, so got the oil pump down, and you can see there's the crank. I don't know if you can see that actually, but I'm pointing you toward that. There's the crank. I can only see 3 of the rods. There's 1 rod there, so if I'm lucky, the rod we need to work on is one of these 3. If so, then I won't have to pull the upper pan. If not, then I gotta pull some more stuff down, but getting closer. Okay, so here's what we've got. I can reach 3 of the 4 connecting rod clamp caps there. You can see, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, that one's, I can physically move it. Then I rotate. Go to cylinder number 2, bottom of the stroke. I can physically move that one. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's moving. There's play there. Go to cylinder number 3. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's moving. I can't reach cylinder number 4, but so far 3 out of 4 are fairly badly worn. So most likely all of them are. So I'm gonna have to pull the upper pan, and then most likely pull these caps, and then order some bearings, get the bearings replaced. And when I get the caps off, I'll check the crank, make sure double check the crank surfaces where the bearings sit. And if those surfaces are good enough at least, I won't have to replace the crank. But if not, if it's bad enough, I'll either replace the crank or consider just replacing the whole engine, depending on how bad it is. But I really don't want to do that. This engine's only got 120,000 miles on it, so it doesn't look that bad. I mean, I've definitely seen worse. I mean, Yeah, could be worse, but I think it'll be all right. Hopefully those crank surfaces are okay, and just the bearings. Hopefully just the bearings took the brunt of the abuse. Hopefully, we'll pray. Okay, so I don't know how many hours later, the oil pan, the upper oil pan is off, and I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but I've got cylinders 2 and 3 down, and you can see there's quite a bit of wiggle there, especially in 3. If I rotate it, all right, we've got 1 down, quite a bit of wiggle there. 4, there's almost none in that. Actually, I probably could have gotten away with not even pulling this upper pan, which really sucks because that was a total pain in the ass pulling that pan. Yeah, total pain in the ass. But anyway, there's a little play there. I might replace it just because I got it all apart. So I'll probably go ahead and replace all 4. But as you can hear, there's your crazy ass engine rattle. 2.4 liter bearings. I mean, I've heard of people running these for 20 some odd thousand miles, and the engines hold up relatively well. So I don't think it's so much an issue of these engines being problematic, although I did hear some of them had issues because from the factory, I don't know, they didn't clean them out good and they got debris in some of the oil passages. But I think a lot of this is just neglect, as it is with a lot of cars these days. People just run the piss out of them and don't bother to change the oil, let alone, you know, anything else. But anywho, get back to it. I'll see what's next. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the end cap off of cylinder 1 here. See what these bearings look like. More importantly, see what the crank looks like. If we don't have to replace the crank, I'll be a happy camper. Yeah. There's the bearing. Peel that off of there. Definitely rotated. Yeah, this could be bad. Seems to be kind of locked onto the crank. Oh. Ooh, that's not bad, really. That is really not bad. So it looks like outside of the bearings, pretty much took it. So that's good. For that one, I can reuse that, no problem. Let's go with 4 here. So I don't have to rotate the engine yet. I'm trying to stay comfortable under this thing. Gets to be a challenge. What I wouldn't give for a car lift in a big garage. One of these days. Gotta get my subscriber count up. Like and subscribe. So I can do this shit from a real shop. You know you want to. That's right, guitars and cars, don't forget, baby. We be fucking shit up every day. Every chance we get. Come on, baby. Talk to me. Hello. Oh, that one's smooth as baby's butt. Look at that. Oh, I'm loving it. I am loving it. Oh man, that's crazy. It's interesting. Let me see. The inside of that bearing's got some. Ow, 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 ow. Don't pinch my finger. Huh. Inside of that bearing's got some crazy marks, but the crank is fine. Ouch. Stop that. That's awesome. Kick ass. 2 for 2. Let's rotate it. Where'd my wrench go? There it is. Rotation. Gonna rotate. Yeah, maybe I should have taken the plugs out. Would have rotated easier. That's okay. I can hear the compression this way. Ugh. Yeah, these are both fairly loose. 3 is looser than 2, but that's okay. Yeah. Let's just hope our crank is not damaged beyond throwing bearings. Just throwing new bearings in and sending it. Man, if I had new bearings, I could have this baby back together today. But I don't. I'm gonna have to order some. It's okay. Won't take long. All right, how's this one looking? Ooh, mama. Ooh, wow, there's a lot of wear on that one. Jeez, the bearing's almost gone. Oh, man. Okay. Oof. Yeah, there's a bit of wear on the crank, but I'll probably throw calipers on there, micrometer, and see where we're at. The finish isn't bad, but it just looks like there's a bit more wear, so I'll check it out for sure. Those bearings were freaking toast though, holy cow. This thing's been knocking for a while, it looks like. It's like, oh, I stopped when it started knocking. I was like, really? Was that like an hour from home and you just drove it or what? And everything looks relatively good. That's awesome. So even though I took the upper pan off without really needing to, it's probably a good thing I did, because those bearings weren't that great either. They just weren't making noise. But yeah, all the bearings are pretty heavily worn, but I don't think there's really an issue with the crank. I mean, it's not, obviously not perfect, but for the purpose of what we're doing, I don't think we're going to need to put a crank in this, because the surface is fairly smooth, and I think if I can get a measurement on that and make sure we're in tolerance, I think we should be good to go. So that is excellent news. So I'll get some bearings ordered, and we'll continue. I may go ahead and post this and just post another one when I get the bearings, but yeah. So that's a great stopping point, and it's looking like this one, there may be hope for this one yet. So hope you enjoyed watching. I know I enjoyed getting full of grease and coolant and everything else. I look like a oil field worker, probably. Yeah, been cussing like one too. Next is the Avalanche. Got that project going on. Not a lot to do with that. I got the just added some Freon to it today. AC works great. I got a few electrical issues with it, windows and such. I need to figure out why the radio's not working. Nothing too major, but good project. So we got the Kia Optima in the middle of surgery behind me, and the 04 Avalanche. That thing is awesome. Doesn't have a great, it's got sunburnt and it's got kind of some, some funky finishes on it, but man, that thing's a one owner, 146,000 miles. It's an 04. The thing is in great condition, so I may just keep that one for a while and drive it. And maybe clean up and go play some drums, make some noise, because this is Guitars and Cars. That's what you're watching. Maybe I should play some guitars too, because drums are fun, but guitars are cool. See you later. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.